Guys, welcome back to Welcome Home Custom. Today we are going to learn how to assemble our vacation frames. Let's get started. Okay, let's review the vacation frame files. You are looking at the AI files right now, or the Illustrator files. You will have access to SVG, PDF, DXF, and EPS files as well. We are just going to use the Illustrator files for this example. So when you open or unzip your files, you will see first and foremost your instructions. Please make sure to review this before you get started. It includes things like slot size information, as well as the file breakdown, what everything means, the colors I used, the woods I used, and then a quick rundown on assembly, but we will assemble here on the video right now. So we also have slots and backs. Backs is just going to be the front and back of each of the files. So as an example, mountain, this is the front, this is the back, this is the little additional gondola that we can glue on. I've also included engraving here that says memories on the mountain. We can ignore this if we wish to use leather, which I will show you that file in just a second. We then have slots. Slots again is going to be sorted by mountain, beach, and lake. However, once we open it, we're like, oh my goodness, there's so many options. What's going on? So the last three numbers here represent the file slot size in inches. You will want to go to welcomehomecustom.com and cut out the free material measurement tool with similar wood that you plan on using for your slots and tabs. You then will slide the material into each of the slots on the material measurement tool and determine which fits tightest. This is going to tell you what slot will fit best with the wood you are using. It is not telling you your kerf or anything like that. It's just an easy backwards way to back into what the slot should be in your vector program. So we have the slots. This file is 165.156 or 165 inches. And you'll see that now the width right here is 0.165 inches. And then our tab, if we arrange and ungroup, you will see that our tab is double the size of our slot. That is because it is going through two pieces of wood. Therefore, the slot needs to be double the height. Okay? If you wanted to change this tab, it's very easy to do. Just select the top point and the reference point chart right here, and we can change the tab very easily. Let's say we wanted to change it to be for a slot that is 0.25 inches. We would then want to change this height to 0.50 inches so that it goes through both pieces of wood. Then for the slots, you would want to select the center point and change this to 0.25 if that is the size you needed. All right, now again, I have a ton of sizes already available for you, along with a joined file, so that if you wanted to, you could use the tools and use the resize slots in selection option. Then we also have the leather and the acrylic. The acrylic is just the rectangle that you will be able to slide in and out to protect the picture, just like you would a piece of glass. One thing to note is that the way this frame is built, you are going to want your acrylic to be thinner than the wood you use. Okay, so use your calipers, measure it. If your acrylic is thicker than your wood, you need new acrylic, or you need to make your frame with thicker wood, either one. But you will need to be able to have this slide in and out, and that's only going to happen if the acrylic is thinner than one sheet of your wood. Okay, if we hop over to the leather file, you will see that it is cut and then engraved with the blue. You could use wood for this, in a different color wood if you wish, if you don't want to use leather. I use leather, and that's how it is shown in the pictures. And then these are your pegs right here. I cut them out of the same wood I used for my frames. You could use acrylic. You could use something that looks like a rose gold, make it look like it's metal, all kinds of things you could do there. But this, again, is just an option if you wanted to dress up your files that much more. But it's not necessary. All right, I think that's it as far as the file review is concerned. So let's go ahead and jump over to assembly. So I've already laid out my frames with the 3 layers. So we have the back, middle, and front. The piece with the tab is the one that goes in the middle, and the one with the cutout goes in front, and the solid back goes in back. You can see that I have an extra piece cut for the beach, and then I have extra pieces cut for the trees in the lake. And then also, as discussed, we have the leather that we can cut out and use as an option with the little pegs that will glue into the holes. So first thing I will note when we are putting these together is I would leave the paper backing on your acrylic, because we are going to use it as a way to space our frame when we are gluing it. This side piece is very fragile. Once it's glued, it's totally fine, and it's not gonna break. But as you're working with it, because it is a little bit more fragile and flexible, you're going to want to use the acrylic as a spacer just to make sure your glue doesn't get away from you, and then you can't put your acrylic into place. So I'm going to go ahead and add some Star Bond to my frame. I'm just going to dot a bunch all the way around and then put it into place. Again, notice that I put the acrylic with the paper backing still applied, just so that I can make sure that my edge is perfectly lined up. Next, I'm going to glue in my sandy beach layer. Don't forget this layer, because if you add in the chair layer and glue it down, you won't be able to add this later. Next, we will add the front layer or final layer. Again, just adding glue all the way around and placing it down. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my leather to the top. I initially engraved these frames, but I felt like they were kind of missing something. So I decided to get a little crazy and engrave some leather. So I am using my Star Bond once again. I am going to dot it all the way across, and then I am going to use my accelerator. And what I'm going to do is spray the accelerator onto the wood, and then I am going to place my leather down. The accelerator makes it bond pretty much instantly, so you're going to want to make sure you take a lot of time to make sure you have it properly lined up before you really place it down. Next, I'm going to add my little pegs. Again, just using Star Bond, going to dot a little bit of glue into that whole area and then place the peg down. So now we have a super cute frame. Now, I realized I didn't show you how to put on the stand. let's go ahead and review that with one of the other frames. Moving on to lake frame, it's done in a very similar manner. Sun and back, then water, and then the dock. The trees can be added at the very end. Not a big deal, not like the beach on the last frame. So let's go ahead and zoom through this real quick and get this one glued up. Moving on to the stand. So I had to shave down my tab just a little bit. I tell you what, hardwood is a whole different animal, and I have broken so many tabs and slots using hardwood. It is a completely different feel than using a plywood with a veneer or an MDF with a veneer. I find I have to be a lot softer with my mallet, and if the slot is too tight, there's no forcing it because I will split or break the tab and slot. So now that I have the smaller stand on, I'm going to go ahead and add some glue to the bottom and then add my second stand. Jumping forward to the Memories on the Mountain frame, it's done the exact same way. The solid maple goes in back, then the gondola with the slot, and the engraved Memories on the Mountain goes in front. And then I made a little gondola shape separate from the rest so that we can either paint it red or whatever color you like, and you can glue it on as a separate layer. All right, guys, that's it. Hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out more tutorials just like this. Thanks so much.